Grace and peace be with you. This surreal time when the coronavirus is shutting down society, people are suffering, people are sick, and people are dying. Particularly, we're conscious of those in long-term care facilities who have taken the brunt of this virus. So many deaths, so much sadness. I have to say, as a priest, over the last 40 years, I've spent much of my time in long-term care facilities, retirement homes, visiting the elderly, and it's been one of the great joys of my life. I've learned so much, particularly as a young priest, meeting with people who were born in the age of Queen Victoria, asking them about what was life like before the First World War. Do you remember when airplanes first appeared? People who have lived through the Depression, lived through the Second War, lived through when cars first replaced horse-drawn carriages. It's been a great blessing to me to hear the history of this country and the history of this age through their voices. So I'm particularly concerned when I hear these voices being silenced in so many ways through illness at this time. Our local Mean Manor, many times I've been in there, Davisville and Yonge Street, has been particularly hard hit. I remember our oldest parishioner, Mary Musgrave, 105. She lived there. It was a wonderful facility for her. I remember visiting her the day she died. She was having her hair done. She died later that afternoon, but she went to the Lord with her hair done. I've learned so much about life, about faith from our oldest Christians. And I want to share a poem with you. It's called Names. It's a poem about Eliza. Think of her as one of those in our long-term care facilities. It's a poem written by the English author Wendy Cope, born in 1945. She's an Oxford-educated woman, a very witty poet, and someone whose work I've really discovered recently. But listen to her poem called Names, and think of someone like Mary at Mean Manor, or think of Eliza. Names. She was Eliza for a few weeks when she was a baby. Eliza Lily. Soon it changed to Lil. Later she was Miss Stewart in the baker's shop. And then, my love, my darling, mother. Widowed at 30, she went back to work as Mrs. Hand. Her daughter grew up, married, and gave birth. Now she was Nana. Everybody calls me Nana, she would say to visitors. And so they did. Friends, tradesmen, the doctor. In the geriatric ward, they used the patient's Christian names. Lil, we said, or Nana, but it wasn't in her file. And for those last bewildered weeks, she was Eliza once again. We think of those Elizas, those Erics in our long-term facilities. People who have lived long and full lives, who have had many names. Let us particularly now reverence them in all their names, remembering them for the fullness of who they were, and thanking God for the gift of their name and their lives. Peace be with you.